Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Blue Chelsea TV. A picture speaks 1,000 words, or so they say. The one of Thiago Silva looking distraught at full-time of Chelsea's 1-0 FA Cup semi-final against Manchester City on Saturday certainly did. After 707 professional club appearances, another 121 for Brazil at senior level, 33 trophies, and a career spanning more than 2 decades, this defeat in the 708th looked as important as any. Not even the might of someone as great as Silva could end the Wembley curse for Chelsea. Not even the will of a player that has done it all could carry them through. In his 4 years at the club, the 39-year-old veteran has made 6 appearances at the stadium, in finals, only winning 2 of those. It is the record in finals that has hurt him most, with Chelsea being defeated in the last 6 they have played at the National Stadium without scoring. His 2 wins were semi-finals, and for a stand-in captain for much of that, he never got to lift a trophy in the royal box. Take a moment to like the video if you are enjoying the content. Subscribe to the channel if you are bumping here for the very first time. Despite competing in numerous big games for the Blues, his major trophy haul will be limited to the Champions League and some largely second-rate Super Cups from 2021. Not a bad achievement, but not what it could have been either. Silva was unable to play in the Carabao Cup capitulation against Liverpool due to injury in February, and how they needed a pinch of his noose, and now, with his time at Stamford Bridge expected to come to an end this summer, his chances of appearing there again appear slim. He made no attempt to hide his dismay and emotion with this on Saturday. He was seen crying on the pitch with his shirt pulled over his face. In one particular video, Noni Madueke is visibly laughing during a chat with Jack Grealish in the background. Quite the contrast. Quite the way to show just what Chelsea and Mauricio Pochettino are working with. The difference between an elder statesman and his younger teammates, on contracts 8 years the length of his own in some situations, is marked. His experience is vital, his know-how even more so. How Chelsea deal with what looks increasingly like the end of his fairy tale with the club will be crucial to their movement forward. His wife, Belle, all but made his decision to move on public before kickoff. "It's the last dance on Wembley," she wrote on her Instagram story. No such victory parade for Silva this time, though. Chelsea are preparing a farewell for their leader either way. A group behind creating banners and displays for supporters, We Are the Shed, confirmed that something special was being planned for him at the last home game of the season. Now they will be looking towards the future. How does a team that has continued to rely on a player of his age, in a way totally unprecedented at this level of English football, move on from such a legend? The answer isn't simple. Had it not been for injuries to Wesley Fofana, out for the entire season, and consistent knocks to Benoit Badiashile and more recently the absence of Levi Colwill, Silva's spot in the side may not have been as regular. He has benefited from Trevoh Chalobah also being out of action for more than half the campaign. Now that the 24-year-old is back, however, it is noticeable just how much he has played. His first appearance of the season came as a late substitute in the 1-1 draw against Manchester City in mid-February. Rodri's equalizer canonied in off his leg on the goal line, but his involvement spoke volumes. Even after such a lengthy layoff, the academy graduate was trusted in the most intense of environments. 1 week later he made an appearance against Liverpool in the League Cup final. Both times his introduction coincided with goals being conceded, but the pattern since then has been considerably more impressive. Chalobah has now played almost all of the minutes available in the past 2 months. Only once, when he came on in the manic 4-3 win over Manchester United, a result that turned in a positive sense after he entered, has he not started and completed the full match when available. He missed the draw to Burnley through a knock but has been a mainstay otherwise. In the league, it is a run of 6 appearances without defeat with 3 wins coming. He hasn't entirely been able to stem the flow of goals, 10 being conceded in those matches, but other than the FA Cup semi-final he is unbeaten in matches he has started. He was involved in wins over Leeds and Leicester as well to get Chelsea to the final in the first place. He has already played double the amount of minutes as Christopher Nkunku. For a player who was almost sold last summer and was then made available once more in January, it is quite the turnaround. His versatility, also able to play at right back as well as defensive midfield if needed, makes him a valuable player to the club. In pre-season he wore the captain's armband before suffering the setback that has impacted his availability for much of the year. Chalobah is natural across a back 3-2, operating on the right side or center, even on the left on rare occasions. He is more adaptable in that sense than Silva, and much quicker. It is a credit to himself and the academy upbringing that he has been able to slot in so easily in recent weeks despite the changes to the squad since his last competitive appearances last season. He does not have the wealth of experience behind him of Silva, nor the uncanny ability to read the game or open one up with a quarterback-like pass, but he is for all intents and purposes a perfect replacement. He straddles ready-made quality and likeness to keep improving that too many of his new teammates lack. Chalobah is uncomplaining and willing. He is reliable and impressive. With Chelsea already possessing some highly skilled defensive players, he fits the role left by Silva, moving even more than previously. As someone always likely to be on reduced minutes following years of over-reliance in his late 30s, Chalobah is perhaps the ideal cover for a player that needs to play a specific role in the squad. His wages are lower than some of his mates, and he is a homegrown player. Before even analyzing his worth to the team as a footballer, he is extremely useful if nothing else. He is able to complete over 1,500 league minutes per season as a rotational player with a strong foundation for consistent performances, at very least. Outside of his surprise knock in the summer, he has remained durable and reliable, racking up nearly half a season of league starts in each of his last 2 terms. To replace him, which Chelsea would surely need to if Silva was also to leave, would take just as much money as is likely to be gained through a sale, if not more. Pure profit or not, this doesn't seem like a strong strategy to build from. Axel Disasi is an extremely comparable player to Chalobah and is 2 years older without prior experience in England. If Chelsea aren't looking to make a major upgrade, then sticking with the Englishman is logical. On the face of it, Chalobah is evidently not Silva, though he does have qualities that the Brazilian doesn't right now, and if he were to have even half the career of his current teammate, then it would be a massive success. But in terms of what they can both offer Chelsea moving forward, there is no reason to suggest that Chalobah isn't a more than capable option to cover for the likely exit of Chelsea's number 4. That's all for now. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. With that said and done, see you later with another video. Until then, bye-bye.